Welcome back to another non-council meeting. Today I am joined by SYPHRUS, the archiver Nick, and the hippie flipper Nick. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Great, man.
Good. Y'all having fun playing your games right now? We got Tony Hawk going.
Yeah.
We got Skate 1 going.
Skate 1? Damn,
sorry.
bro, you gotta freshen up on your games.
I'm sorry. I thought you were playing Skate 1 again.
No, bro.
Oh
Come
my
on,
god.
man. It's the
Skate
one that's
2.
actually part of the
Skate
council
2.
doesn't know his skate
Skate
games.
2,
Pretty wild.
bro.
Wow.
Pretty
dude.
wild, if I
Oh
say
my
so
God.
myself.
Oh my
Clearly,
god.
I'm playing Skate It. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
As you can tell by the graphical differences.
You're playing Underground 2?
I'm on an Underground 2 map. Yeah, but this is
that's
the
Thug
American
Pro.
Wasteland engine.
Oh, what?
Rethought.
Rethought. Oh, I've heard of that, but I've never played it. All right,
It's good.
well,
It's
now
really
I'm going to
good.
be shunned from the skate community because I mistakenly said the wrong game. So that's good. Today, we're jumping back into the grind. We got the grind volume 3. This one actually has a lot of good information in it. So yeah, it's very exciting. The last one wasn't as beefy as this, so. First up,
That's why we had to make it. We had to do 2 parts.
yeah.
We had to combine 1 and 2 into one video because it wasn't beefy enough.
All right, so I'm going to start here. It says we got a big one today, so buckle up. Coming July 2nd, 2025, we'll be dropping our biggest playtest update. First things first, as mentioned in the Grind Volume 1, we will be sending out invites for 0.27 in waves, starting soon to everyone who has signed up as a Skate Insider. However, we are closing Skate Insider registration on June 27th, 2025. If you are signed up as an insider before June 27th, you will be invited in waves to the next playtest. If you haven't signed up, do it now. Absolutely sign up. That's huge. So everyone's getting added to the game over time, which is awesome.
Everyone that's been saying that they're not in can now be in.
Yes, this is your chance to get in. Nick, you are muted. Is that on me?
I very much
there we
am.
go.
It would be.
I didn't realize you hadn't said a word.
It would be right if I didn't have it. It would be right if I didn't have an audio issue.
You hit a hotkey or something?
No, I muted myself. I was going to grab water, so stay hydrated.
This is the hippie flipper, Nick. He hasn't spoken yet.
Hydrate yourself to hippie flip.
You know, I'm just mute. You know.
What were you saying?
Funny, man. I very much am. Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't mentioning. I was just mentioning we got 7 days as of recording. Go sign up.
Yeah. Very
7
important.
days.
You want to
That's
get
true.
in,
That's true. That is
pretty much guaranteed.
For some reason, I thought we're still in the beginning of June. I was like, yeah, everyone got all the time in the world to sign up now. No, that's a week.
I love this because I already know.
I can't imagine all the people.
There's still going to be people that are mad that they haven't got invited because they didn't sign up in time, and it's going to be closed, and they're going to be mad. I already know. They're going to have to deal with that. Okay, so yeah, that's good news. That's awesome. And then we have wishlist now. You can go wishlist the game. There's pages for it: PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Game Store. I don't really know what the point of wishlisting a free-to-play game is. I guess it just like shows you're interested in it, but I don't know. It's cool to see the page
it's
of
more
it.
of a notification, I would want to say. A notification that you can now download the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is cool to go on there and look at, though. It's like, wow, like there's a new skate game page on a store. Like, that's crazy.
Makes it more of a reality that is actually happening.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have their doubts.
Yeah. Like,
I've been seeing a lot of that with it coming out, but this is like kind of locking it in. I feel like this is it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that makes it like, yeah, we're getting closer to it now. Like, this is big.
It's
big
official.
News. Yeah. It's a real game. It's going to come out. Let's move into update 0.27. With update 0.27, we're stoked to bring some major improvements to the playtest, much of which is based on your playtesting feedback. Find out more info below, and we can't wait for you to jump in. But first, let's just take a look at what 0.27 will look like. We think you're going to notice a big difference. And then they have a video on here. It's like a minute long. I'm sure people that are watching this now have probably seen it, but I'll insert it here. Did you guys? I mean, I'm sure you guys watched that video, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Any opinions?
So I've been speedrunning Skate 1, right? And Kelly Oak Street Lokes has been like Kelly Oak Street Lokes has been kind of keeping tabs on me, right? He's like, "Ooh, sub hour gonna happen," right?
Mhm.
So I see Kelly likes to always promote like the latest thing that Skate posts, right? He just reposts it on his stuff, and I ask him, "Can I complete this game in under an hour?" He goes, "Yes, 100%. You can learn how to ollie faster in this game than in real life." So I guess completing this game is learning how to ollie.
Yeah, that's the ultimate
Sounds
goal.
about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the video looks nice though. Like all the world, the textures, lighting. The lighting especially is really looking really good, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh my god, the lighting looks ridiculous.
Yeah. So we go into the playtest more. What's happening with the Skate Insider playtest? Update 0.27 is packed with upgrades, changes, fixes, and performance improvements that you've been highlighting in feedback and asking for in forums. We're stoked to give you a preview of what's coming. We'll have full patch notes for our playtesters before the update drops. Thanks again to everyone in the community who has helped shape this updated build. And then they kind of go through these bullet points where it's like, you said this, and then they answer it. So we're going to jump into that stuff. This one says, you said, when are the visuals being updated? In update 0.27, we have improved the visuals and you'll notice the difference immediately. See the video to get a sneak peek. The city is more alive than it's ever been. You'll find a ton more detail like environmental content, signage, foliage, and graffiti, as well as increased pedestrian and traffic activity with more than 3 times the number of pedestrians and around 5 times the number of vehicles. On the technical side, there is improved lighting and shadows, updated textures and effects, and other fine detail throughout San Amsterdam. The UI has presentation improvements throughout the game, including visual updates with animations, video effects, and sound effects. Also, the map has been improved to show other players. We've also upped the max number of players in a server to 150 while improving performance across platforms. And we're going to keep on working on this through the live service. It's a lot of stuff. What do y'all think?
Okay, so
Oh,
first
man.
off, more traffic, more pedestrians. That sounds like a nightmare to me.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
can we toggle that?
I hope so.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like,
And then
5
not
times.
only that, 150 players per server. So that's even more traffic.
Sounds like a lot.
I have no doubt it'll make the game more realistic, but in the same way, I think like, you know how GTA 5 is like, it's supposed to be LA and LA's packed with traffic. There's a reason they didn't add so much traffic to the actual game, you know? They didn't want it to
Right.
be gridlock all the way through the city. So I think they need to find a balance between, you know, realism and what actually works for the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. 5 times the vehicles is what I'm concerned about. Like, that's like gonna be cars everywhere. How well is
Oh
that
my
gonna
God.
run? Like
Yeah.
150 players and like a million vehicles.
Every time I boot up the
Just constant
game,
traffic.
I'm just gonna recreate the beginning scene of Skate 1.
I'd like
Pretty
I'd
much.
like it if we start referring to that as getting skate one
Skate
whenever
1.
you get hit by a bus.
Yeah, and the new animations, video effects, and sound effects, it all sounds really cool.
Oh yeah. So I mean, that's also. I mean, I haven't seen the reaction to it. I haven't really looked far deep, but hearing 150 player count and still no private server, yeah, it kind of really digs into those people who really want to just play it by themselves.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. I didn't even think about that. That is true. Because if you're trying to make edits and stuff and there's 150 people around, it's like, man, it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one is, you said we want more to do. Give us more missions and challenges. More missions, more challenges. There's more to do in San Amsterdam, and we've also unlocked the Market Mile neighborhood. We've streamlined and improved the opening/tutorial for the game to get you to San Amsterdam, where we've added content more than tripling the number of missions available in the game. You said you wanted even more challenges, and now there are more than 140 challenges for you to conquer. This stuff is pretty cool to me because I feel like this is like the most they've kind of pulled the veil back on the game. Like they're talking about like stuff that's actually going on in the playtest.
This is also, like, I guess, a gray area because it's like you have more challenges, but how many of these challenges are different, stand out? Like, is it just a copy paste of the challenges? It's just in a different area? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say I fully agree. Like, you could have a massive number of challenges, but if all of the challenges are kind of mediocre, and like, yeah, you play it once, but you get bored after the one time, or even while you're playing the challenge the first time. I think they need to back it up with like quality challenges. Like, if you look back at Skate One, they have like the NAC challenge and um, just a bunch of challenges that involve like being really familiar with the mechanics of the game. Like they have the one where you have the front 5-0 to, and then you switch over to a tail grind. I feel like we need more of that like kind of realistic, but also like do this exact trick just to show you've kind of nailed the game.
Yeah, they really teach you how to play the game while interacting with the environment.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they want you to do a specific trick here because it's possible. And when they want you to do that possible trick, even though it's probably not the easiest to a newcomer.
You know
I
what that
remember
reminds
being
me of?
stuck. I remember being stuck on that P-Rod challenge on my first time playing Skate 1. They got
Oh,
a tray
man.
flip and then grind the hubba. I was stuck on that
Oh,
thing
wasn't
for a
that
Dude, I'll still get
uh
stuck on that.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Rob Dyrdek. That was Rob Dyrdek, right?
For
No.
what?
The tray?
No, the
No.
P-Rod one.
Oh, the
No?
tray to what was it, like a crook grind at
Yeah.
Matrix Plaza?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
That's
talking
the
about.
one I was thinking
Yeah, and
about.
Big Black is
Yeah.
always like circling around it.
If we get
They
something
do
like that would be insane. Like, because obstacle in the way, you have to do a difficult trick and a difficult grind.
hmm
It
Or
really
that
helps you advance.
Yeah.
I kind of had the idea of them focusing on challenges where you actually need to utilize the object dropper. Just
Oh,
let people get
yes.
familiar with that stuff, and then when they are actually skidding in the sandbox, you're kind of developing those brain connections, those neural connections on like, oh, I could place a prop here to hit this like really cool trick on this spot that I want to hit. Let people get familiar with this stuff so they can get really creative down the line.
Yeah. I like that.
But 150 people in a game and you're trying to do a challenge, you have to place a prop. Imagine if
150
someone's
props in
griefing you,
one
bro.
area.
Well, maybe the props don't
150 props
show up for other
or
people.
150 griefers.
Right.
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Well, I would assume it would kind of take you away from those 150 players when you're doing a challenge. I would hope at least.
They'd isolate you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I hope so.
that would be a
That'd be
huge
nice.
oversight if they didn't.
Do we know like an official count of the amount of challenges in other skate games? Like how much is 140 compared to the other games? Do we know that?
As someone who's sped run all three, I can't tell you.
Nice.
I'd like to say there's at least around like 150.
Okay, wait.
maybe
Here,
200.
hold on a second. Let's use some like timing method, okay? Because so speedrun.com, right? You got like different categories, and each skate game has 100% category. And so far, the world record. Okay, these are people that speed run the game, right? That's fast as they can. The world record, 100% for Skate 3, is 4 hours. So, or nearly 5, like 4 hours and 40 minutes. So take that into account as you will. So how fast do you think you can do 140 challenges?
Well, if it's me, not fast, but y'all could probably do them quick.
Right.
10 seconds a challenge. That's 3,600 times 4
It says
for seconds.
150 for Skate 3, apparently, according to IGN.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
So this is early access, and
Mm.
they already have
Dude, that was on
140
the money.
challenges. But will they be as good as Skate 3
And the
challenges?
map is supposed to get bigger as time passes. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
they
God.
also
wouldn't
did say
say
it's going to be a
Skate.
living city. So are they going to vault challenges?
I don't even really want to say Skate 3 challenges were like all that hard to live up to. I think Skate 2 and Skate 1 for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But Skate 3, I feel like the challenges were alright, but I'm
It's
not sure if they're as good as the first
they made
two
it
games.
easier to complete, but they actually gave in like specific tricks you had to do if you wanted to kill it.
Mhm.
Like killing
Yeah.
wasn't a requirement, but can if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. You said improve the feel of progression and rewards. This captures a lot of your feedback, but to put it simply, we've overhauled progression and rewards. As we mentioned above, the early tutorial experience has been streamlined to get into Sandvan much sooner. Based on your feedback, we've also revamped how you progress by removing collection score as a gate for challenge progression. I can't talk. Sorry. Um, and when you move up, you want to really feel it, and that should be fun. So we now have bigger and better celebrations when you earn a reward, and we've revamped the earnable in-game product boxes, more boxes with better rewards. Let us know what you think when you get into 0.27. It's a better progression.
It said
hopefully.
celebration. What does that mean?
That's what I wonder too. I saw that and I was like,
Is that like GTA celebrations where you could have your own emote? Your own personalized emote of completing a challenge, I guess.
the way I was thinking, like bigger and better celebrations when you earn a reward, I was thinking like it's more satisfying when you earn one, or like there's like, I don't know, sounds that are like, oh, you earned a reward. I don't know.
You get to choose your own soundbite of winning a reward.
Dude, a custom sound bite of winning your an award would be crazy.
I already know what Nick's gonna put on a speed glitch in Skate 3.
What
Backwards
learned
man
how to
in Skate
backwards man
3.
in Skate 3? You've come to the right place.
As Nick is cheering, I did it! I did it!
I would say custom as in like they gave you presets and you unlock the different sound clips.
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't think,
that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, I don't think that's a thing, but it would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, product boxes with better rewards sounds good. Sounds good to me. If they're gonna be there, at least give me some good stuff. You said we love our characters, give us more customization. Skate is all about you, an individual skateboarder finding and developing your own style, discovering your own spots, and expressing yourself just like in real life. You're not playing as anyone but who you want to be in the game. So we heard this loud and clear and we agreed. In the update to a 0.27, we've made big changes and you'll find new and improved character options, including more options for your character's overall appearance, as well as additional hairstyles, gestures, and emotes, with even more to come down the line. We've made a lot more changes in update 0.27, including updates to music and sound, the replay editor, general quality of life improvements, haptics, and more. The customization one was like, not really, it wasn't much there in terms of new information, I guess.
That's
But
a little worrying. I don't know. There's not, like you said, there's not a lot there, but looking at the past videos, I've not personally been too much of a fan of how things look. You know,
The bubble pants.
the bubble pants, the way skaters look, it's very confusing. But I can't really put together what they're saying without seeing it. You know,
yeah,
entirely.
I don't. The thing that sticks out here for me is the replay editor. I hope we get like a really
Oh yeah.
good, like very in-depth replay editor. That would be sick.
One where we can actually go frame by frame and not have like these pseudo keyframes that go by a second if you have a really long replay.
Yeah.
That's
And
Also,
annoying.
I want to be able to adjust how much keyframes like are interpolated. If you know like Session, how they do it, their keyframes like you can either have it so they're interpolated so the camera goes smoothly between keyframes, or you can have it completely like the camera will follow the exact path between each keyframe, so it'll kind of look a bit more snappy, but you have a lot more freedom with it. I hope they like add the ability to adjust how much it's interpolated, so you can kind of find that sweet spot with it, being super smooth but also customizable and to your liking. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just hope they really lean into the replay editor, go full on with it. Let me, develop some, stuff I could develop in After Effects or something within the game. I think that'd be such a,
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
such a insane thing to have.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said with Session, like I think in my opinion, Session has the best replay editor, but it's the most confusing one. I don't think the UI is great for it, but
Yeah.
you can do really cool things with it. So I hope they're looking at that one, kind of taking ideas from it. Because there's a lot you can do in that game.
Also, finally add camera rotation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Pitch you on a roll, man. You
Yeah.
want to be able to angle that thing, stylize it.
Adding
I just want a
keyframes to
fisheye.
anything.
Keyframing and like distance of or depth of field and all that would be
Yeah.
so cool, actually.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, dude, imagine. That'd be so sick.
Yeah. Dude, you can even keyframe like the time of day in Session. It's crazy.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give it like presets for the different type of camera you want to record on.
Have we seen day and night cycles in the game yet? I mean,
No.
that would be
No.
what they need to add first. I think I suggested a while back, like if they do add a day and night cycle, like placeable floodlights, and stuff like that, so you can light up your spot with props or whatever. I actually think they have those in Session, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Mm.
I do. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's one of the
yeah.
challenges you have to do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, day and night cycles really requested. I'm hoping they're doing one or plan to do it at some point. But yeah, we haven't seen anything. I don't know. I feel like in some of the gameplay they've shown, it looks like the lighting is different. Like it'll be the same area, but the lighting looks different. But I don't
Like
know if
throughout the
that's
map.
yeah, I don't know if that's them changing. Like the shadows will be in different places if you go back and compare the same places in different videos. But I don't know if that's them changing the lighting in the game or just changing the time
Yeah.
of day in the game. I
Skate
don't
1
know.
and Skate 2 definitely had that atmosphere. Depending on what type, where in the map you are, it feels different.
Mm-hmm. Or also like weather, not necessarily like rain or anything, but fog,
Overcast.
Yeah.
overcast. Yeah, for sure. Like just change up the vibe every once in a while and allow the player to change it how they want.
Yeah. But then like how does that work? There's 150 players in your lobby.
Yeah.
Honestly, with the it's kind of like RPCS3, how we have online with that now.
Uh-huh.
By the way, go into that modding server if you haven't already. Off topic.
Oh.
But yeah, no, like I feel like lighting and changing that wouldn't be too much of an issue between players. It would be more like physics causing issues. Like if you alter physics between players, then that might create issues.
Well,
Yeah.
but then that comes up with it. I just thought, so like if you wanted to be like personalized, right? Someone was like, nah, I just want to change the atmosphere to dark, right? And someone's playing in daytime, but then the person has their set up fog lights and you see why you got fog lights in the daytime. What's going on?
I don't think that's too much of an issue. It might look out of the ordinary.
It looks
looks a
weird.
little funny, but
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. It just gets weird once you add an online aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about game development to know a solution, but I'm sure they do. So
yeah.
All right. We're gonna keep going. It says none of this would be possible without all of our playtesters telling us what you love, what you want more of, and what you'd like improved. The entire team is listening, and we will continue to work with you to grow, evolve, and improve Skate when we launch early access later this year and throughout the early access period. Check out these two side-by-side pics of the canal and financial districts. With update 0.27, we've improved lightings, added more textures, and there's more to come. And I'll throw these pictures up on the video if you guys haven't seen them yet. They're pretty cool. The world looks just more alive now. Looks like it's getting there. Still needs like what Nick said in his last video, like still needs more of that grunge and the grittiness of Skate, but because everything looks very clean.
It's a step closer.
Yeah.
They actually responded about that. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah. Yeah, what did they say?
They said, "Don't worry, there'll be more grit and grime around San Van or something." But I don't know. I've not seen it, but I'm hoping for it since they've acknowledged that as a thing that people want.
I'm assuming that comes last, like that kind of stuff, that atmospheric stuff. I'm assuming
the finishing touches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then they go into the questions and answers section. And this is the big one. When is Skate launching in early access? Early access is coming at the end of summer 2025. Northern Hemisphere, yes, just months away now. And as a reminder, everyone who signs up as a Skate Insider by June 27th will get invited to a playtest before early access launch. So this game is going to be available in early access in the next few months, which is sick. That's big news. Finally.
So yeah, I looked it up. End of summer is the 22nd September, and knowing them, they do it the last week possible. So it could fall on the anniversary of Skate 1, like I said.
That's true.
That would be crazy.
Dude, my prediction's out. I said October 31st. Dang.
That's true.
I think I mentioned 2025 like 5 years ago, so that's a pretty bang on prediction, honestly.
You called it. You called it the
Dude,
year
I
at
might
least.
I'll need to index my messages in the official server, but yeah, that would be.
Dude, 5 years ago, I was like, yeah, 2022. Like, no, I was so wrong.
Yeah, I was thinking 2022, 2023. But that's because I was looking at the other games and how fast they were developed.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, they didn't have a team when I was coming up with this prediction. So how could they make anything when they haven't formed a studio yet?
Yeah. I mean,
man.
that's the thing. The whole first year was forming a studio and like motion capture. Like, there was so much to get done before they actually started.
Oh yeah.
What kind of visual updates and improvements can we expect for Skate for early access? We talked in detail above, but you'll notice visual improvements across a wide range of areas in update 27 on July 2nd. But know that Sandvan is always changing and Skate will never stop improving. Its appearance will continuously evolve, unveiling new skateboarding spots and interesting details to discover. Early access launch is just the beginning and the city will keep evolving, which is cool. I just hope they don't take away like good spots that people like and replace them with other stuff.
Oh yeah. The niche spot that Tosigos likes to go around.
They're going to take away Tosigos' favorite spot.
He makes this niche spot popular by uploading a video, and all of a sudden now it's really popular, and then they're in a dilemma. Do we get rid of it? Or do we keep it?
And he has 150 people ruining his spot, and he doesn't have a chance to hit his clip. By the time he thinks he's ready, the spot's gone. Just imagine.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna handle that, because if it's always changing and stuff, like, I don't know, I feel like it might. But other games do it. Other games, Fortnite changes their map like every few months, and
they could go the Minecraft route where they don't touch a piece of the map for years, and then they go, okay, this could use an update, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Nether was like just boring and plain. Like if they just added like a fortress, and then they go, okay, no, this thing needs a whole ass overhaul, and they just added a whole completely different type of life inside the Nether years later.
Yeah, I guess they would just go by like what people don't skate the most or what people like complain about or something like that. This next one, I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Will skate support a keyboard and mouse controls? No. It's the Flick It system. I'm not gonna read this, but I don't know why you'd ever want to play it with a. How would that even work? I guess the mouse
Keyboard
would
mouse.
flick.
Use the mouse as a right stick.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That'd be so confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fans of this game that want to come and play it probably can't speak. Probably already have a controller. I don't know why they'd need to dedicate time to like allocate, development time to making whole new controls for a keyboard and mouse. I think this is like just expected.
Yeah. Yeah, it just wouldn't make sense to me to even do that, or at least spend time developing that. And there's other more important things to do.
Yeah.
If I unlock something on my PC account, will I be able to use it on my Xbox/PlayStation? Absolutely, as long as your account is connected to the PC account you play with. Any cosmetics or sandbucks you purchase on one platform will be available on every platform linked to the account. It's cross progression, cross platform, cross everything. We already knew that. So, yep. This one is interesting to me. What modes will be available? Skate, death races, Hall of Meat, Own the Spot. We'll continue to expand our gameplay modes and tricks as early access progresses and beyond, and we'll share more details about this when we have them. So this is interesting to me because I feel like it just makes me think, is any of this even going to be in early access launch, or is it just going to be 140 challenges? I don't know.
Oh, so you don't think it's gonna come within? I thought they were talking about like the next update, not like early access.
What was the last thing they said on that?
What
I mean,
what do you mean?
Just for the thing you read out, I'm pretty sure they wrote something at the end saying they're still working on it, or they're gonna look into that in the future, right?
Yeah, we'll share more details about this when we have them.
So they're not going to be part of the
More
new
like a-
update.
That I
Sounds
don't.
more like a consideration rather than they've done it, or
That's what I'm saying. I just feel like it's not. They're just not done with it. I mean, I don't know.
It's on their worksheet.
It could be an early access launch, or maybe one or two of them. It just, I don't know. I feel like those need to get in the game like kind of as soon as possible, though.
Oh yeah.
if I had to guess, I'm gonna guess that death races, skate, and maybe like swap battle. All these are probably gonna be multiplayer modes separate from the actual challenges. That's my guess.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
I think I hope they encourage more multiplayer like interaction and like hone in on that, because I mean it is a multiplayer game.
Yeah, yeah, and
I think
that's.
hopping on and
But that's what I mean. It's like with what the game is, like 150 players in an online server. I'm like, you got to have these multiplayer modes. Like those got to be there.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah.
okay, but like multiplayer modes, as we know from the previous games, is we watch someone play it, right? So,
Yeah,
is it still that? And we still gotta like watch someone? It's their turn, or are they going to go the steep route where it's just you play it, and then your friends show up on a leaderboard?
oh no, don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I would hope not. I would want it to be like you take turns and you can actually play with your friends. I don't think they would do the steep thing.
I mean, the only thing the round base I can see that would have to make it round base is the game of skate.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, no, yeah, your friend did a 360 flip 540. Just do it. Like, but I didn't see him do
Yeah.
it. He did it.
He did it like 3 days ago. It's your turn.
It's like mail it in by pigeon, like what trick you did. It'll
Play a
take
game of
3
chess
fortnights-
through like mail.
3 fortnights before he receives what trick I did.
Mhm.
Fully copy it.
Yeah, no, that would not be good. Yeah, but death races you have to be all at once all together. So
You don't have to. You could still do the leaderboard route.
that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I feel like you
But
should
it would
have
be
the
much.
lead.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better if you were against your friends
I think
at
you
the same
should
time.
be able to play with against your friends, and then there's also a leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
Are there achievements / trophies in game to earn? Yes, with 0.27, we've added first party achievement / trophies support for early access. They're not live in this build, but we know you achievement and trophy hunters were wondering about them. So cool. There's achievements in game.
I have a few questions regarding that. Like, I I wonder if they're gonna lean into like rewarding people for getting these achievements, or if it's just gonna be like a thing where like, oh, you did in Steam and it's like a bragging right. I'm fine with either, really. But also, how fun are the achievements, right? Like, are you just gonna get me to to Mongo push 1,000 times like in
Oh
Mhm.
no! I would never go for that one.
Dude,
You'd
that'd
be
be
the
the
first
No,
to
you
get
would
it.
get it.
dude.
No. You would eventually get it because the game counts no comply as a Mongo push.
What?
Oh,
Never doing a no
okay.
comply ever again.
That's
I didn't actually know that. That's
yeah.
funny.
Well, at least for Skate 3. I'm not sure about Skate 2, 1. Well, not 1.
No,
Skate
that
2.
must be why I have so many mangas.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it would be cool if it like rewarded you like XP or something. I wouldn't expect to get like cosmetics unless it's like a really hard challenge or something, maybe.
Yeah, I would expect a cosmetic reward if it's a hard challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like as I mentioned, I'm fine either way. If it's either a separate thing where it's like, it just appears on your profile and you get bragging rights for having completed a certain achievement. I also hope they make some achievements fucking hard, dude. Like I want
Oh yeah.
I
The
want to have
recon
to
armor
like
Halo 3
really
hard.
like, dude, give an achievement for hitting a hippie flip or something, if they could even do that. Like,
Right.
do some crazy
That'd be
some
easy for
crazy
you, Nick.
stuff. I mean, it
Mhm.
would be, but
You get it's like Destiny 2 type shit, like the day one raids. So it's like
Oh my
the
god,
first,
yeah.
like if you can do it within like the first week that this new challenge is out, you get a reward that's better than when someone else does it a week later or something.
Oh yeah, I like that actually. But yeah, I agree. I think having harder challenges will, push people like out of their comfort zone, and because maybe someone wouldn't normally try a hippie flip, but if they see they can get XP or something from it, maybe they'll try it. And that'd be cool.
want to learn how to hippie flip and skate 4? I can already.
Oh my god, you're
Yes.
already racking up the views, buddy.
Already
You just do a
get-
tutorial.
He's already planned it out.
Oh my god.
Dude, honestly, getting an achievement and getting well for me, because I really like cosmetics in games. I'm like a massive cosmetic chaser when it comes to a lot of games. I feel it'd be super rewarding to grind for something and then get like a cosmetic or something from that, rather than just like displaying you've done an achievement. You know what I mean? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a certain board that people can't get or something, and even that being limited, like the Destiny raids, that would just be crazy.
I was
How about
going
that?
thinking about back to Steep again. Cowplex got something from Steep. They had this limited time challenge. It was limited, but I think it was like a month long. Like who can get the fastest time at this race, and then if you were number one, you received a prize, and he got a watch. So like, a physical watch.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
what?
it doesn't have to be physical, but at least like
Yeah.
something that's in in your edit skater or whatever. Be like, yeah, this is a one of a kind because I was like the best at doing it or the first to do it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mm.
Dang, he got a watch. What kind of was it? Like the watch themed after the game or something?
It was let me look it up.
Imagine they give him a Rolex.
Right?
God, man.
it was Nixon
we were all
watch,
thinking
but it
that.
had Steep
That's still
on it.
good.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sick.
that's pretty sick. Yeah,
Mhm.
Holy.
I don't really know my watches, so
Me
I'm
neither.
just gonna trust
Doesn't-
you guys saying that.
Doesn't Skate have a watch?
Yeah, the only watch I
Casio?
own
Oh yeah,
The only watch I own is that watch, the M Corp watch.
Yeah, in the
Mongo
briefcase.
Corp one. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that was so sick, actually. Yeah, that's dope.
Feeling left out over there.
God, man, I wish I had it.
Hook this man up, guys,
Yeah.
and me.
Where's their
Please,
briefcase?
full circle.
Hook both Nicks up.
Come on.
All right, the last one is there fast travel in San Vansterdam? Getting to where you want to throw down quickly is key, so we have a San Van transit system. It's a bus. You can take the bus to various locations in the city, but you'll have to level up your neighborhoods to unlock all the stops. You can also teleport to friends and other skaters you want to spectate. So we get to ride a bus.
It's like Skate 1. We're going back to actually no. Skate 1 was a subway system.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Skate 1, a little bit.
Kinda, yeah. You don't
That's
get to
similar.
spawn on the actual location. Skate 1.
Yeah, it sounds like that's how it'll work. You go from bus stop to bus stop. I think it's cool that when you level up your neighborhoods and stuff, you unlock more stops. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck, actually. I'm hoping they, excuse my language. Yeah, I'm hoping they add that.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, then you run into that dilemma of you've been playing this game for a while, right? You've unlocked all the spots, and then you're at a cool spot that's somewhere. This is like, years down the line where there's probably more places to be rather than that one city that we see all the time. You're on Mega Park Mountain, right? Going back to Will's idea, you're on Mega Park Mountain. Okay, you have unlocked this stop, and then your friend goes, let me actually give this game a try. I want to play with you. He can't get to Mega Park now. He's got to do all these challenges to unlock it there.
True.
We could just skate.
I mean,
there,
he probably could just skate there, but it's like, what do you
Yeah.
want to make the trek over to Mega Park Mountain?
Yeah, that's true. No, I think like having the trek and having times where people do have to navigate the spots. I feel like it's a double-edged sword where, like, sure, it can be kind of boring skating to spot, but also I think if the gameplay is good, it could be a lot of fun just, exploring and like let people have a bit of fun with it or even force it. Like I don't really have too much of an issue with it.
My workaround would probably be that you have at least one spot in each area that you can go to, so you don't have to, get skate there all the time. But it's like one spot. Like the more you level up, the more the bus stops will open around that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you have one place in a district, and then over time you unlock more of them in the districts. I guess maybe the more stuff you do in those districts. Yeah, because they said level up your neighborhoods. Sorry, they're called neighborhoods, I guess. Yeah, more challenges you do in those neighborhoods, the more bus stops pop up. I think that's cool.
So you at least have at least one bus stop in each neighborhood off rip.
Yeah, there has to be something like that at least.
Or like as you progress, like you meet more characters in each district, or more like or the players, and you're able to have them like taxi you around, kind of thing.
Is that going to be like one of the first challenges in the game? Is like you meet a local, and then you do a challenge for the local, and he goes, "Here's a bus pass, by the way."
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be sick.
Do you think there's gonna be a follow mission right in the beginning of the game?
No,
I hope so.
No more follow missions.
No.
I love them.
Follow missions are the death of me because I
Dude.
sped run every game so far now.
I hate them.
Man, I really like follow missions. Yep. Follow missions are very good.
Put on the corporate hat. Yes. Follow missions.
That's the whole article though. Yeah, I feel like the biggest thing is the release date. Well, it's not the release date, but a window at least. It's very soon.
Window. But my prediction sounds more truer. So
what was the exact date of that?
If anniversary of Skate 1, I think was September 17th.
Okay. What day is it? I wonder what day that is.
It's can't remember saying it was a Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like
Everyone's
this.
just gonna be getting back into school when when early access drops. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, hold on. First skate game. Oh wait, why did I say 17th? Is it just because of different days or different? Because okay, skate actually was released the 13th. Oh,
I mean,
okay. So
that's.
the 13th it would be a Saturday.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh, okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
That could be cool. Saturday. I don't know. I would expect it to release on like a Friday, but
Mm-hmm.
who knows? But
I
it's
don't
coming
normally do it,
soon.
but I might have to pull an all-nighter when it drops.
I mean, they could. They honestly, it sounds like if they drop it, you like a limited time offer for people who play like within the first week, and it's a celebratory of a Skate One's anniversary, 18th anniversary.
That would be
18,
sick.
Yeah.
big number.
Yeah. And do like a bunch of Skate One stuff.
Come on, Nick. I mentioned clothing, and you've not said anything.
Wait, what?
He's deep in
What
the
do you
Tony
think about
Hawk.
it? Anniversary for Skate One clothing.
Skate One anniversary.
Clothing, yes.
If they pay homage to like like the Skate Arrow shirt. Do you guys know that one?
Yeah.
If they do their own twist of
Mhm.
that, but somehow integrating, the new skate into that, I think that would be something really, really cool.
I think it would be sick if
But-
they paid homage by like the old collectibles for the old skate games, like the Coach Frank board, the
Oh yeah.
put those things in the game, like
Yeah.
I feel like that would be so cool to be able to, skate around with like one of the old skate 3 collectors boards, skate 2, skate 1.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh my
absolutely
god,
agree.
bro.
All the boards should be in this game. I don't see why not.
Board
Like,
shirts. I mean, go
yeah.
ham.
If they have the Dem Bones deck, I'm a happy boy.
Dem Bones deck.
Nick, how much would
Yeah,
you
man.
pay for the Dem Bones deck in game?
Yeah, if you didn't get it, like based off of like a challenge or
Yeah. If
signing
it's on
in.
the shop.
If it's in the shop, let's say if it's $100, I might accidentally do it.
No
You
way.
might
dude.
accidentally do
$200
it. $100
might
for
accidentally
for a
Bucks
deck.
for a board? Ooh,
Yeah, I
Bro,
think you might as well
that's
just buy
really
the
steep.
actual board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that you already have the
I don't
actual
even
board,
wanna
right?
Yeah, I have it. I don't want to say how much I paid for it. I don't want to say that. It's more than you think. Let's just say that. It's a lot
Well,
more.
if
than
you're
you
willing
think.
to spend 100 on it digitally, I can imagine it's probably a lot.
Mhm.
Dude, I just had such a sick idea of a deck. The Skate 3 comic book deck, which has the disc on it. That would be cool. Imagine skating and you have the Skate 3 disc on the bottom of the deck.
That would
That'd
be
just be
cool.
sick, dude. And it's spinning. That'd be
Spinning.
so sick.
No,
Yeah.
that sounds more. If it's spinning, that sounds more like a wheel idea.
Yeah, like a wheel.
The disc art
Well-
would be on the wheels.
The disc is part of the actual board. Like
So
there's actual
it's
slot
like
for it.
it's like the WWE spinner
It's
belt.
taped
but-
on. Like what?
Wait, give me a moment. I can put it into this chat of what this deck looks like, and there is a disc on this on the bottom of the deck.
Is it
Top
like
on the top
an
here.
actual disc or is it like
Okay,
a
here you go.
sticker that
Or is it a
they put
pic?
on?
I put it into the chat. This has the Evolution deck from Skate 2,
Oh,
signed by the
Oh.
designer.
Okay.
The PAX deck from Skate 3, and the top one is Skate 3's comic book deck. The one with the disc is I think there's only 2 or 3 in existence. I'm not sure. I know Huckman has it. He has both of them. The one without the disc, the one with the disc. But that disc on there is actually like a real disc. There's an actual
that's what I
slot
was
to-
thinking. I'm like, that looks
that
like a
on.
real disc and not like painted on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, no, I think that is a real disc.
Oh,
that's
and
crazy.
the PAX deck does have Skate 3 grip tape that I know Calplex has. That's a very rare one. I'm pretty sure that's like God, man. I don't even know how we got that one, to be honest. I don't even know what that's from.
Yeah, do you guys have any like final thoughts on this article? Anything you want to say?
Will we get a volume 4
I think
for the early access?
I think Jeff said he has already started on volume 4. I think he said that in the Discord, so it's on the way.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wonder if
Mm.
they're gonna continue with this even after the game's out, like updating people on what future updates they're gonna bring. Because I think keeping people in the loop is never a bad thing.
No, not
In
at
a
all.
few instances, but yeah, you know,
Even for
I think
people who would
it's
like,
good.
probably those people who are like, this game's great, but I'll come back in a year when there's like more, when there's more to the world. So
Yeah.
just reading the article as like months go by would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope they keep it up, and especially if it's in an early access state, kind of updating us every month or so, telling us what they're gonna add and what's being changed and stuff. I feel like that's super important to keep the community engaged and everything. But yeah, I guess that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to bring up that they haven't mentioned that I want to hear more about is like events. I hope they discuss events, like online events in the future grinds, because I think if you're having a multiplayer like MMO style RPG MMO style game, I think events are super integral to that. So I do hope they bring
Yeah,
that up. Kind
the
of off topic,
the
but
the Nixon watch challenge from Steve type
What
of
do you-
thing.
yeah.
Didn't we
Oh, you
talk
mean
about
that type
that?
of events?
Didn't we talk about that with
I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
like Luke doing doing an event and like beating everyone or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember the context, but
Classic
Luke
Luke,
had no
dude.
hand.
yeah. All right. I guess that's
So
it.
when you say
Oh, okay,
events,
sorry.
Nick, I wasn't really gonna say much. I was kind of trying to ask him what he meant by the events, because there's events for physical items or in-game items, but then there's also events like what Fortnite does, where it's end of season stuff. So I'm kind of conflicted about which one you meant.
I mean, I could. Okay, I know like Fortnite does like scavenger hunt type stuff. I mean, that would be pretty fun, right? We like find the Bigfoot. I don't know, like
I think more community based stuff, like having an event where it's like a video part marathon, or something like that. Have something where you're getting the community all together to to either do something, watch video parts that are either coming out or have already came out. um get the community together to do challenges, even build spots.
the last grind and told us that a certain number of kickflips have been done. So like a community event could be like who could like do the most kickflips in an hour, fucking something,
That sounds
Or
awful. I'm not gonna
no, something like that though.
I got what
Something-
you're on about. I don't know.
I was
Best
thinking,
trick, like what about best trick? But the actual contest spans over like a week. Like best trick for
Well, the best trick is subjective, but I would say you would probably have to like
yeah.
minimize that. So like best trick, but you have to use this object, or you have to trick over this
Yeah.
specific bus.
Or just like players vote on best trick. I don't know.
Okay, if you do player vote on best trick, then you're gonna have
Yeah, then you're gonna have
people
bots
like
and
content
whatnot.
creators, you're definitely, because we've seen XQC stream Skate 3 before. He's gonna hop on that. He's gonna have 80,000 people in his chat. He goes, guys, like my photo, like it.
I love how you didn't even need to do an impression of XQC there, but like you did just an A plus.
That was amazing.
that was so spot on. Dude, I was thinking, like, imagine an event where it's like a bunch of people have to take down M Corp, for example, before right, and we get M Corp shoot out the city, but there's like some pros that show up that have not been seen before, and if you go to it, you can get like their shoes or their clothes or something, you know? It would be like super cool if they do something like that. And then, you know, the next season starts. There's no M Corp and there's new things, there's new stuff in the city. It's kind of like
Yeah.
what Fortnite does.
Yeah.
Right. Or,
Yeah.
or knob, or when knob day comes around, who can remove the most, knobs?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, these are all good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You guys need to
that's
be
how.
on the team.
We should get
See,
hired.
now that we say these ideas, they can't take it. Otherwise, they gotta pay us. So
Oh.
we gotta stop. We gotta shut our mouths so they can do something.
No, yeah, I think in-game events to introduce new maps and stuff or whatever, I think that stuff is really important. I'm hoping they do stuff like that. Do y'all have anything
So
else?
they pay us.
No, we just gotta wait for the
No,
next
not at the
grind
moment.
volume.
Yeah. I
No,
guess
yeah,
so.
not really.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna end it here. I guess we wait probably just a couple weeks, I'm sure, till the next grind because this one came super quick. So thanks for watching and thanks to you guys for joining me talking about it. Good time.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Appreciate
We'll
it,
be
man.
here for the next one.
Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Later.